You guys, we have got to talk about Gabbie Hanna because she has returned back to social media in some ways.
She's also married.
She was in a YouTube video where they were talking about influencers and their perspective and experience with social media. We have got to get into what happened to Gabbie Hanna, where she's been, what she's been up to, everything. You guys, we haven't talked about Gabbie Hanna since 2024, which is pretty crazy. We left off last with Gabbie having just posted a long overdue apology. And in this, she wanted to take the time to apologize to a lot of people. She didn't name any names, but she wanted to say that she was sorry to people that she has worked with, collaborated with, her fans, her Patreon members, people who felt used by her, people that she's talked about in story times, people who have listened to some of her music and watched some of her music videos. She was a little bit more active in 2024 than the previous year, as she spent 2023 mostly offline after a crazy scare with her fan base. I mean, in 2023, Gabbie had freaked out so many of her fans several times. Actually, they just felt that she was really unwell and needed to take a break from social media because she had this extremely toxic relationship to it. She even admitted that she had a toxic relationship with social media herself. And it was proven in times when she would spam post online and end up screaming and shouting in TikToks that she posted. She had gone on several religious rants and put herself in danger by letting a literal stranger into her home at one point. I mean, fans were just concerned about her. Viewers were so worried that LAPD was actually called several times and had to come to her home to do a wellness check on several occasions. And these wellness checks she later described as honestly traumatic, and she was upset that this happened because they came to her home and handcuffed her. And ultimately, it just seemed that it was the best that she had later decided to take time away from being online. And in 2024, she was more online. She posted here and there. She posted her music, she posted art, and like I said, she posted that video, the overdue apology video, where she wasn't naming names, but apologized to people that she felt she had done wrong in some ways. Now, last year, she actually continued to post on social media, but nothing like the content that she had posted in the past. She was sharing a lot of Bible verses, religious content, and also content about her relationship. And she even shared that she did in fact get married. She is married. Her husband's name is Robbie, and together the two of them make music together under a duo name called and The Frontman. In November is when she shared the big news that she got married. She posted this picture of the two of them and said, "In honor of our first music project coming very soon, here are some of my favorite wedding photos with my adoring and adorable husband and partner in all things." She later posted, "A year ago today, the love of my life proposed to me with a diamond and ruby ring. He set up a Thanksgiving game where we wrote what we were thankful for, put them in a hat, then guessed who wrote what. When I opened my card, it said, 'You.
Will you marry me?'
This man is so special. I love our marriage. I love our plans and goals. I love praying and chasing God together. I love what we created together. But mostly, I just love being with him. Thank you, my angel." At Robbie Croner. Now, this definitely shocked a lot of people. A lot of people were very surprised to learn that Gabbie had gotten married. And over the last few weeks, she released more photos from their wedding as they released a song together, and they released a music video that is actually videos from their wedding. Everyone is super happy for Gabbie, feeling like she got out of this toxic social media cycle. But she's not away from social media entirely, and she's actually posted quite a bit recently and even participated in a video that I'm shocked she participated in. It was a Jubilee video where she was opening up about her experience as an influencer and her relationship to social media. It was titled, "What Being an Influencer Really Does to You," featuring Gabbie Hanna, Noah Miller, Glozell, and more. And in this video, we just have to talk about how she was wearing a shirt that literally says, "There are babies dying in the street." This shirt was absolutely sending me. I mean, this was obviously a reference to her TikTok spiral where she was in the mirror going on a rant saying that there are babies dying in the street. But I can't today cause there's babies dying on the street. Before we go to sleep, wake the F*** up. There's babies on the street. But in this video, they cover topics like, do you portray a life that you don't actually live? Have you feared being canceled? Have you exploited your personal life for content? And if being an influencer changed how you see yourself? And Gabbie had a lot to say for each. She absolutely agreed that she feared being canceled. And I mean, we saw a lot of that. And kind of from her own doing, too. Like some of the time, like the whole Escape the Night drama, nobody was canceling her for that. Like, she just decided she was going to make a video series where she was talking about all these situations that she's been in. And she was calling out Joey Graceffa, Escape the Night, saying that they didn't have healthy snacks for her on set. The costumes were uncomfortable. And all these people were coming out to defend Joey and the production. And Daniel Preda clapped back with footage of healthy snacks on set. So that was the situation that she kind of got herself into, 'cause everyone was not agreeing with her. She also had drama with Tana Mongeau. She had drama with Trisha Paytas. And she also found herself in a serious controversy with Jessi Smiles. This was one of the really first things that Gabbie ever really got canceled for. And it felt like every year the situation was getting brought up because she was constantly bringing up Jessi's trauma in an effort to try and defend her own name in the situation, which caused major back and forth between her and Jessi over the years. Leaked calls, messages. And in the end, Gabbie just never looked good when she was trying to clear up any sort of situation, and she ended up getting herself more canceled or canceled period, 'cause some of the time she wasn't even getting canceled to begin with. She kind of like started the conversation about herself, and then it just spiraled. And some of the time, people felt like she loved the controversy because it felt like she was always trying to stir something up so that she could drop new music or something, because it just felt like it was always happening so often that there was something going on, and then it was around that same time that she was putting out a project. Now, in this video, she was talking about cancel culture and fearing getting canceled and her experience with getting canceled, and how she felt there were things that weren't true that had been said about her, and was emotional in talking about this, talking about having to take a step back because of what was said about her. Summary from my perspective is just like, people realized that they could continue to say things that weren't true, and it just like spiraled out of control. It sucks because if you like say that, people are like, oh, you can't take accountability. But it's like, no, you're asking me to apologize for something that's not real. So that's why I stepped back. She said that she's had this realization that the internet just doesn't matter what people online think. And she tells others to save their money if they're an influencer because of cancel culture, and make sure that you're set up so you can retire early, which kind of sounds like Gabbie's way of saying that she was canceled, but because she was good with her money, she's been able to retire. Like, it feels like this was her retirement announcement right here. She later talks about how she was once celebrated online for being real and vulnerable, and then it turned into a bad thing for her to be vulnerable, and people were saying that she was manic and crazy, which, I mean, if this is in reference to her spam posting like hundreds of videos in one day and letting a total stranger into her home, that was extremely dangerous. And I feel like people were valid to be like, she needs help right now. Like, we're just worried. Sharing my vulnerability stopped feeling like a release and more like a burden. Whenever I was no longer being celebrated for sharing, I'm getting like very publicly mocked for like my mental health. And like now it's like this thing that made me sort of like relatable and real is now the thing where it's like, she's psychotic. And I mean, when she says people were making fun of her, people did quote a lot of the things that she was posting on TikTok at the time. Some of the things that she said, like the babies are dying in the street, went viral. But I will say it's interesting that she is upset that people were making videos about this, but then she's literally wearing a shirt of the saying. So I don't know if that's more her trying to take back the power of the meme or her being funny and embracing the meme, but the words that she's saying make it seem like she's more so upset that it went viral, some of the things that she said from that time. But she does admit that she knows that these videos made her money, and some of the most money, too, that the videos where she was crying or having these episodes. Immediately, I knew that it was exploiting it. It was quickly batted away because it made the most money. You just give a little more. You give a little more. It's like, whoa. Like, that video got 1 million a day because I was crying in the thumbnail. Like, boo-hoo. Like, now in the end, it just seemed like Gabbie realized sharing less is more. And in this retirement phase of her life, she doesn't think it was worth exploiting herself. At least it sounds like that's the message she's getting across to other influencers, to just not do what she did and be more private. So Gabbie's journey has certainly been nothing short of a roller coaster, from her spam posts online to her retiring. Her relationship with the internet has just gone through some serious highs and lows. And this was pretty much what she was saying, how she was feeling in this moment about social media, being an influencer, her experience, everything. Like I said, it's just really interesting to hear what she has to say right now. And honestly, I'm just surprised she even was down to do this video with what she's kind of saying here. I just feel like she would never want to revisit some of these time periods. But I certainly want to know what you guys think about what Gabbie had to say in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.